The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network. We're going to go into terminology, and the terminology will be fearmonger. Up next. Oh, I really hope that you'll help me here. There's so much fearmongering in the news, in the media. With the stimulus one, I think that this is what's going to happen. Because I hope that you get what's going on. I think in a couple days, or maybe by tomorrow, we're going to hear a different story about the stimulus. So I would not get all worked up about President Trump putting a stop to the negotiations. I think what's going to end up happening is President Trump is going to issue an executive order where there'll be money available to the people. And I'm just going to tell you what my opinion is. Let me go on about some fear mongering. There's a lot of news media that hype a lot of stuff. Okay, and we're going to talk about new media. New media can get hyper, and there's a lot of hyperness about what you read and what you see. Because I wouldn't believe a thing that you're seeing on TV, on the news. I'm going to give you the facts, okay? President Trump's wife is anti-vax. They are not going to take the experimental drugs. I'm going to tell you how I know. They are not the kind of people that will. Okay, they're going to take the hydrochloroquine, and most likely they're just going to recuperate at the White House. That's exactly what's going on. You have to see the inner workings that are going on, and if you know what the inner workings look like, you pretty much get that they're not, this isn't as bad as it looks, okay? The media, and from what I was watching in the reports, were celebrating that President Trump had COVID. And they're celebrating, okay? Again, I would be very careful to not get caught up in the fear-mongering and hype. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to make sure that you know that we shall see what happens in the next day or two. And the hype and all this stuff is because they're going to basically have to put a stop to the back and forth with Nancy Pelosi and Stephen Mnuchin. Okay, I see this as a good thing. I see also that they're going to have a stimulus option, and it's going to be through a presidential executive order. So if you think I'm wrong, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm going to tell you, I've been watching the stimulus updates and some other things on new media. And I'm responding to Christopher Green's post on AMTV, where it's like everything's critical, everything's afraid, this is... I believe what he's trying to say is that the Democrats have a plan to remove President Trump using the 26th Amendment. And they're going to try to do it with COVID, okay? And I think that everybody is starting to get a bigger picture of what's going on, okay? The Democrats definitely did not ever want President Trump to be president. You could see by the news that's been released, you could see clearly the truth is that they did not want Trump to be president. From the day the whole thing with the Russian dossier to everything that you're seeing even today. Every day it's been like this for almost 4 years, okay? So we got that far. So why did I bring up fear-mongering? Because I think once you get to a point where you watch all this, you could see where it's hype and fear-mongering. And this is what drives people to those websites. This is what gets people to watch certain programs. And then you get disappointed. And I want to just tell you, this is a cycle we've been in. I'm very disappointed in some of the new media, okay, alternative media. I'm disappointed because you should know by now that the news is... You got to give this a couple of days and see where this is going before you jump the gun and get all hyper. I think there's speculation about this whole thing with the stimulus that has me wondering that I think President Trump has a card up his hand. And I mean, this is the Trump card. I mean, this is it. You want my opinion about the stimulus? I think that there's going to be a stimulus, and it's going to be through executive order. So, do I think that some people should be upset about the negotiations breaking off? I would not be upset at all. They weren't getting anywhere anyway, the way they were going. That's my opinion, though. I believe that the stimulus will be available. I'm just saying, I hope I'm right. I might be wrong, but that's my opinion.